have a special show for you tonight. Tonight we are going to, I'm feeling very, we're coming up to the New Year's and old lang syne and the whole thing. And I was thinking, you know what? It's been 20 years, believe it or not, 20 years since I first started doing cable access shows like this. And down in Los Angeles, I was pursuing an acting career. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll get noticed if I do some comedy shows, some little skit type shows. So we did a improvisational skit show, my sister and I, my ex-husband, and another very talented fellow. And we had lots of fun. We just went in there with a different character every time we did it, and we never rehearsed it. It was all improvisational, and whatever happened happened. And I've got a couple of cuts of that I'll show you. Very silly, but a lot of fun. And I'm gonna go through and show you some of my other past shows, including a couple of precursors to this show, also on a similar topic on relationships. And we've got you. If you'd like to call in and make a G-rated comment on our show, then please do so and weigh in and give us your opinion. But first, I want to take a walk down memory lane, and I want to show you a little bit from my Joe show, Escapades. This was actually a guy from Lorimar actually saw this show and told the casting people to find him. And they thought we were on one of the major networks. Of course, we were on cable access, having a pizza party the night before, deciding what characters we were going to be. So we did different characters. We'd be interviewed as one character, then we'd run off stage, because we shot it all and just kind of like we do here, like for an hour. And then we run back on and be re-interviewed as a completely other zany character in a completely other costume. So it was a lot of fun. So let's go start rolling it with the Joe show. The first one is our very first show. This is a guy who's, cat with a hairball. So let's check it out.
Impression of a cat with a hairball. We've all seen our pets with hairballs. So, come on. Do you need a cat with a hairball? Come on. You'll get another one.
Do you need some more room?
Yeah, what, you might want to get down on the ground to do it.
Go ahead.
Come on. No, do it first and then I'll get you another one.
Okay, that was Cat with a Hairball. Pretty silly, pretty zany. We were known after that show, because that was our very first show, as the Cat with a Hairball people. And it was a lot of fun. The next one we are going to do is, this one is, I'm from Oklahoma originally, and there's the home of Oral Roberts, Tulsa. And so I thought it'd be fun to do a religious evangelist. And so I was Reverend Anita More Money. And so I get a guest from my faux studio audience to come up and heal him. So check out my rendition of Anita, Reverend Anita More Money.
What is your problem? What is your problem?
Well, I drive a truck a long time, and well, I got some hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids. Well, I have never had that problem presented to me in this manner and fashion.
Oh,
well, I can feel for you. Well, I have never had them, of course. But I'm going to heal this man. Jesus, Lord! Shake these man's hemorrhoids! Make them remove them, smooth them out, and make them feel good. I feel it. Do you feel it going through there? Thank you. Thank you.
Then the next one is the home liposuction technique. There's a nice salesman type of guy who's on there who is, he's the quintessential salesman, and he's selling this new gadget called a home liposuction technique, take off your extra fat. So let's check that out.
Can't run. How can you get into a weight reduction program with that kind of weight on? You can't run, you can't lift, you can't push. How would you like to sit at home, do absolutely nothing but watch TV and lose that weight just like that? How would you like to go eat into the best General Hospital, look like the nurses that you've never seen your husband? Love it. Why don't you just step over here, come on around here.
Okay,
we'll plug her into the fat back. It's a very harmless machine, no problem at all.
Okay.
I'm sure
Now, we got a little plug over here. Just suck it right in. Put that into that little fat pocket.
Okay.
You got it. Let me just switch this on. You're set. Quiet. You hear that? Not a sound. Quiet. There you go. Oh, the hose hooked out. Just put your finger on that. Put your finger on that hose. It's just a gasket that's lost. It's just a gasket that's lost. It's no problem.
having more fun than really ought to be allowed. You guys are probably bored silly by this, but I'm having a good time. It's my show, and it's cable access, and I'm celebrating my 20 years. That was 20 years ago. That was like 1988. Scary world, but there it is. And now I've got my excess libo section. You know, I probably am fatter now than I did when I stepped it back then. Oh, it is awful. Anyway, last one. This was on the Comedy Channel. I submitted a lot of these things to the Comedy Channel. This one was chosen by the Comedy Channel. It was called the Comedy Channel back then. It wasn't called Central, I think it is. So this one is a Polyworld commercial, all polyester clothes at the Polyworld. Let's check it out.
It's really hip with a little bit of a 70s flair fashion.
Polyworld.
Are you looking for a clothing material that doesn't stretch, doesn't bend, doesn't breathe, but it does slide good across the vinyl seats?
Polyworld.
Are you looking for a clothing store that only carries materials that are not biodegradable and may even last 1, 2, or even 300 years?
Hey, we're talking Polyworld.
What clothing store carries the same styles, colors, and fashions and clothing materials that your parents and even grandparents might even wear? Where else? Polyworld!
Now don't tell me, Dan's Disco Fashions?
Polyworld.
How about you, Larry's Leisure World?
Polyworld.
You heard it, it's Polyworld.
Polyworld is located next to the nuclear waste dump, 2.5 blocks from the Chinese deli.
Oh my goodness. That was just so silly, so silly, so silly.